Hi guys! So, now that Lexiv's been out for a few days, I thought I'd do a little video to kind of show off some of the more advanced gameplay features, maybe some later missions, and kind of go over how the game works, which you may not be able to entirely get from, say, the trailers or that kind of other video. So let's dive in here. I'm going to start a mission in World 3, which is sort of a snow and ice world. So while the game loads up here, it'll show us what our objective is, which in this mission is to control points. So if we look at the map, we can see that there's these little white circles, which is where we need to build our city to. Which of course right now consists of just one word, and that's Lexiv, which of course is the name of the game. And it is a noun, which means it will hold people, it houses them. So now we have these people coming into our city. You can see the little cars moving in, but we don't have any jobs for them, which, as you can imagine, is slightly problematic. So I'm going to try to build a verb, because verbs will employ our people. So how about, let's try loop. Okay, so now we have one verb that's getting us somewhere. It's a good enough verb, in fact, to just get us right to city level 2. So now we have two choices of abilities that are leveled up. First one, shuffle, which is kind of an active ability with a cooldown, and that'll just take all the tiles out of your dock and replace them with new letters. So it's nice because you get a complete fresh start, but the downside is it deletes a whole bunch of tiles if you have some already. The other thing we can get is a passive, kind of nice, you don't have to worry about it, and that's mass production, which basically every time you level up, including this one, you'll get 5 new tiles. So it kind of just keeps your dock refreshed, assuming you're building fairly quickly and leveling up. So let's try shuffle for this time. So one problem with that is now we have these 5 tiles in our dock that we would lose if we shuffled right away. So we're going to try and build some words, and then maybe we'll blueprint some as well. So, looks like we're starting to actually need nouns now. I'm going to build pen. And I'm not seeing too much to do with these letters, so I'm going to go ahead and blueprint them, which basically you can drop a letter down on the board that you think you're going to use later, up to a certain number, which is determined so by how much experience you've earned in the game. And then you can kind of pick it up later or just add it to your city. So now we're all clear to shuffle without losing any progress. So we need to build a little bit more here and start getting out towards those control points. There's 2 there, and I think there's 1 more. Let's see. We can spell rate. Let's make it a verb. See if we can get some adjectives or adverbs in here, but that can be sometimes difficult to call up right away. So rim. There we go. Here's an adjective. And it'll give us a little definition in case we were unclear. Okay, so I've just gotten attacked. That's not good. Got these planes coming in, bombing the city, so we can build a turret, try to defend ourselves. You can kind of upgrade it in several different ways. I'm going to make it a freeze turret, slow these guys down a bit, and then upgrade it a few more times to get its range out there. Now, you build these turrets with money, which you don't get automatically. You actually have to have level 2 or above tiles. So as tiles level up, richer people move in, you can tax those people more. So the way you level up tiles is by using adjectives or adverbs. So adjectives level up nouns that are nearby, and adverbs level up verbs that are nearby. So we have that one adjective, and that's helping us get these nouns up in level. So you can see that pen is about ready to level up, but it's having trouble getting to level 3 because it needs another service. So we can build one. So our choices are like health, recreation, utilities, education, it doesn't matter which one you pick as long as they don't already have it. So I'm going to build a health building here and upgrade it a couple times to cover a little bit more area. Okay, let's try and build a few more words. At some point we're going to want to reclaim some of those letters we blueprinted earlier. First we've leveled up to city level 3. So we've got another choice of abilities here. We've got, yet again, active passive. So the active this time is power word, which will make the next word build, after you activate it, get a 2x multiplier. So it can contain twice as many people if it's a noun, or workers if it's a verb, or it'll do twice as much leveling up if it's an adjective or adverb. The other option is architect, which will make those blueprints like we placed before. After they've been on the board a little while, they'll get a multiplier, and that can kind of help encourage advanced planning. If that's the kind of thing you like to do, you should take this one. I'm pretty bad at advanced planning, so I think I'm going to go with power word. Let's see, so on these control point missions, I often like to build small words, 3-letter words, because it helps kind of direct the flow of your city a little better. You're a little bit more in control of where you're going with those small words, whereas on missions where you're just trying to level up, you want to build big words. It's because they have a big multiplier for being long. So let's grab a few of these tiles back. Gotta spell something off that V, which is always a challenge. Try gals here. Oh, and we've got an attack down here at the bottom. You can see they're kind of hitting our tiles down there, but we don't have a turret to defend it. So I'm going to build a gun turret. Take those guys out. Just keep building off towards these control points. You can see we've got quite a few things trying to level up here, so I'm going to take a look at our services overlay. We pretty much just have this one health building, which doesn't even reach up there at the top. And these guys on pen need 2 services to level up, because they're at level 4 trying to get to level 5. So I'm going to build a recreation building, kind of a small range, so I'll upgrade it a few more times. Now, if you've noticed, you can see you can actually go into debt in Lexiv. Before we do that, we'll handle this level 4. So I've got 2 choices again, this time 2 passives, both dealing with my services. So one is automation, which will make it so we don't need workers anymore, which is nice, free a few more people up to work on our verbs, and also make us charge upkeep less often. So it'll cost a little bit less money if we have a whole bunch already on the board. The other one will make them cost less to build and upgrade, which is good if we think we're going to expand a lot soon. So it's kind of a toss-up for this situation. I do kind of have quite a few on the board, so I think I'm going to go with automation for now. Let's see. Let's try goon. You can see we're kind of getting off in the wrong direction for that control point, but hopefully we can turn things back around. Okay, let's see how we're doing. We've got a new attack coming in, so I'm going to have to watch these invaders. I think we're going to need one more turret. Let's build one here. Let's try and make it... Oh, we've got this other side to protect too, so I'll upgrade this one. Let's try and make it a spray turret, which is the third kind of turret, which does sort of a lot of damage, and it does some AoE, so it's helpful if you have a lot of really nasty enemies coming in, and you've got some money to spare. Let's see, so it looks like we need some more verbs here. Now, the verbs actually help you increase the rate that you build tiles, so we're definitely going to want to get those, and we've got quite a bit of unemployment. Okay. Try Gene down here. We're still having trouble building those verbs. Let's see if we can shuffle. We can. Let's get a power word going because I always forget to do that. Let's try rider, or maybe even just ride. So we could build rider, which would actually be a longer word, but that would probably be a noun only. We really need verbs right now, so it's probably better off just building ride there instead of putting the extra R on the end. It'll also open us up to expand downwards if we want to at some point. So we've got a few more invaders coming in. We need to keep building turrets if we want to protect our new expansions here. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta spam letters, but I see tiny now, and it'll work out. It'll be a good adjective, help us get our nouns a little higher. Still not helping that verb problem, and you see we've lost a couple tiles up here at the top. They've been totally destroyed because I didn't have fences there. So I'm going to keep building here. Try a few more three-letter words. Get us out in those directions. And still, okay, we've leveled up to level 5, so we've got a choice here of salvage, which will get us a tile every time we build a word, which is nice, or freebie, which will make us when we build a turret, or service, which will start at level 2, so it'll start a little bit of a higher range. We kind of need tiles because we're going to do aggressive building for this control point mission, so I'm going to go with salvage for this one. This will help us build lots of little words. Try this. Not sure if it'll get us on both ways. Not quite. Maybe if we put down a T. Yep. So we got our first adverb. That's good. We built 3 words at once. They're kind of starting to heat up, and it looks like I need a lot of services that I haven't been building. So we'll get one down here. Old net here, good as an adjective. I think we can spell tut. And it can work as a miscellaneous word, which is nice to level up our whole city. So it looks like we got a big attack coming in from there. So I think we're going to build a spray turret, which is perfect for that kind of big group of enemies. You see it creamed right through them. So we've got our first control point here. We have 3 more, but we're starting to close in on them. We've got another one up there as well. Let's try rate. So you can see as this kind of goes on, gets a little more hectic as it goes. You start to actually get a lot of tiles, but you have a lot more things to deal with, so it can be hard to come up with words quickly, which is what you need to do. Okay, so now we've leveled up to 6. This will help us out a lot. We can either have a 5% chance of just getting a wild card in the regular tile production process, or we can automatically make one when we build a 5-letter or longer word. So a wild card will be able to place as any letter, but it won't actually count towards the value of the word. So in this case, I think we want the 5% chance, just because I'm not building a lot of big words on this level. So we've got another big wave coming in here. Build a few more turrets. We just need to get building here. C is a hard letter to end on here, which is kind of what we need. I'll try shuffling, just get a new set. So it seems we have a wild card, which is nice. So I'm going to spell thank. So the wild card, we get to choose what letter we want it to be before we place it down. So I'll go to K, build that as a verb, and then we'll just do a 2-letter word just to get that control point there. So now we just need 2 more. So I'm going to go with yam here. Got to get some services up here. Let's try that. And sit. And now we're getting pretty close. We just need a 2-letter word that starts with I to get that turret. That in will help us. I'm just going to blueprint tile here to get it. So in. And you can see we're actually losing over here on the left. Not enough defenses there. I've lost a lot of tiles. I can repair a few of them if I want. Or I can just gun for that last control point. You actually have to have a valid tile on the control points, so you want to make sure you repair them if they're out there. Okay, so we just need that last one up there. So just keep building those small words. And so I can come in with the last one and complete that mission. So at the end of every mission, we'll get some XP and a perk. So first we can cash in our XP, which will increase our rank. And then we'll try and spin for this perk. Basically, you spin a slot wheel, and depending on what score you get, you'll earn a new perk, which you can equip to help you out on later missions. So I'm going to end that mission. And I hope you enjoyed this little look at Lexiv, which is now available in Xbox Live Indie Games. Thanks.